it's Pinkerton, so they're going to come after us. Their coach, she loves to compete, so regardless of what she has as players, she's going to make them compete the whole time. And so I think tomorrow night's going to be a really fun game to play in.
I think they're going to try to run with us and kind of run with us because they're all guards and whatever, but I think they're going to try to slow us down on offense a little bit and not let us set up. A lot of teams go zone to try to slow us down and keep the game in their control, so I think we're going to see a lot of that. But Pinkerton's a pretty good team. They're solid. They're not... Yeah, we've played them in the past, and they lost Brooke and whatever, but I think they're still going to be pretty decent, and it should be a pretty good game.
Definitely like what they've always been doing, high pressure, always working hard. They lost some of their like role players, big players for them, but they same coach and everything, so they're definitely going to keep playing the same way they always have. Tough. They're going to come after. They're not going to give up, so we just need to be ready to play.
Definitely hustle. Definitely toughness. I know a lot of girls on Pinkerton, and I play with them for AAU, so I have a good thought of like who's who and personnel-wise, and I know that some of them are a little fast, but it's not the whole team, and they are a little bit in depth, but I don't know how deep they go now, but I know in like previous years, like it was almost like a whole bench of like 13 girls, and I think this year it's definitely going to be, it's a younger team, and I think that they're going to be a little bit aggressive, but I have a feeling we're going to have a good game, and I think we're going to come out with a good dub. So.
They graduated a really good group, but I expect nothing less than what we get from them every time we see them, whether it's at our place or their place. Tough, disciplined, gritty, together group that just flat out does not beat themselves. You know, they're really disciplined defensively. They share the basketball. Coach Bussey's got a system. She believes in it, and her kids believe in it. They don't beat themselves. So, you know, if we're going to win that game tomorrow night, we're going to have to actually win it. They're not going to give it to us, and that's, you know, to me, that's the hallmark of what that program's all about. Is, you know, they make you earn everything for 32 minutes. just tried to boil, like we always do at halftime. You know, the staff usually spends a couple minutes talking about what happened, good or bad, in any first half, and you know, we just kind of boiled it down to three things, and no yelling and screaming. We've had that. Trust me, we've had that from time to time, but it was very calm, pretty methodical. You know, we challenged them a little bit, but mostly it was, hey, we have to do 1, 2, and 3, and if you guys take care of those things, we'll be fine in the second half. And you know, they came out and did a really, really great job, I thought, responding and executing on those three areas of focus. And you know, game turned pretty quickly, and we just kind of got a little bit of momentum going, and you know, Rock started rolling down the hill pretty quickly, and you know, it was a nice thing to see.
Yeah, it was a surprise, but we knew that there was still 16 minutes left of the game and it wasn't over yet, so we just had to pick ourselves up, get back to playing our basketball and not let them get in our heads, and I think we did a good job of that. We came out in the third quarter and punched them right back, and as soon as you looked up at the scoreboard, we were back up 10.
Honestly, it's probably different than everyone thought. We were all, like, we weren't down on ourselves, like, we were all energetic, and we were basically saying that we sucked. So, we said we sucked, we moved on, and we came back in the third quarter, and it was fun to play in the third quarter. We came out really strong.
We all kind of knew what was going on. Like, we knew that it wasn't our best game. We knew we had to be better. So kind of like motivation. So we kind of just had to pick our heads up, and then clearly we did it in the third quarter. So it's just kind of like, all right, we can't do anything about it right now. So in the past. So going forward, let's try and be better than what we were.
I think that we just kind of said, like, we need to get our stuff together because it's not like us to be losing by halftime. And Pinkerton definitely gave us a, like, kind of run for our money. And we weren't playing bad, but I think it was just that we had, like, some competition first.
Anybody, but you know, certainly against a program and a team of that, you know, with that kind of talent. That's a very good basketball team, tough, hard-nosed, well-coached, you know, group. You know, I think it was like the perfect storm, really. Is it? You know, we turned them over a bunch of times. You know, we hit some shots early. You know, everything that you hope goes right went right at the same time. And again, I think a lot of it was just about momentum.
Yeah, we've Definitely done it a few other times where we just get up, run, even on the good teams. It's definitely happened a couple of times, but it was really nice to see like everyone's scoring. We're all like everything's going through the hoop. We're all like up, running, and everything. So it was really nice to see that all the hard work and practice and stuff.
This season, yeah, like those 8 minutes in that third quarter, that felt so good. Like even like we were on the bench for a little bit, like watching the freshmen go out and play like really hard. Like it was good to see us all work really hard in that quarter.
Yeah, I think so. I think with us starting five, I think that it's like crazy on the amount of talent and hard work that's put in, especially to earn our spots. And I think that definitely showed coming out third quarter, bringing that momentum, bringing that energy, and especially right after halftime where we were down by 2, it was like a crazy startup where I think that was kind of like the new like. It just felt like a new chapter kind of came in, and it was like we have to like restart a new story and kind of get our hearts out there and make it our type of game.
Just fortunate enough to have all the different parts and pieces fit together at one time, and you looked up and we're down 2, and then a minute and a half into the quarter we're up 5, and then 12, and it was just a good quarter of basketball for us, and if we could bottle that. Have that be what we do more often than not, that's obviously the goal for us, and something that we told the kids after the game is, look, that's the standard, that's the threshold that we're going to try to get to every day we come to practice. We've got to get better and better so that we can be that kind of team for 4 quarters.
I expect it to be a big crowd Saturday. Erin's really close to her 1,000th
4
point.
years of hard work, always playing hard, and all that hard work is now paying off to come close to a big accomplishment like this. So just to keep working hard and finish out the season.
It's going to be good for us to kind of see how far we've come, and hopefully a lot of people come out. That's always, I think the seniors will come, and just because it's our last year, but hopefully it'll be a good crowd and we'll have a lot of energy and be able to play our game and get back in.
I think we're going to have a big crowd, so with the energy from the crowd, it's going to be a really fun game, especially having a team from out of state like them. Like they're like a really good team, so we know what we can do, they know what they can do, so we'll just see what happens at the end, but it should be fun.
I hope there'll be a good crowd. It's our second out-of-state game, so hopefully lots of people will come out. There's not a lot of other games going on since it's on a Saturday, so hopefully a lot of people will come and cheer us on. And I think like the energy when there's a lot of people in the gym and a lot of like students, the energy's up. We're all like more excited and more like amped for the game, so hopefully a lot of people will show up.
So we played them for a couple of years now, and similar to Pinkerton, very tough, hard-nosed program. They graduated a handful last year. They're young. They're a little bit like us, actually. They got 7 or 8 freshmen. A bunch of them play, and they do a great job. They're always tough. We had just a battle with them 2 straight years at our place, and they'll come back up. So I think, again, they're not going to beat themselves. We're going to have to go win that game, which is, again, it's exactly why we play those games, is we get better playing those games. Win, lose, whatever it is, we get better playing those games, and they will make us work.
Anxious and everything, but the energy in the gym was great, so it was really nice to hit it in front of all those people.
Definitely with her, but she's always been like that. Like, she gets anxious about stuff, but I mean, hey, I'd be anxious too if I was that close and everyone was expecting me to do something that big. But like, I feel as a team, we were all really excited for her, and like, we all wanted it to happen. Like, she's been my best friend for 8 years, so watching that happen, like me being a part of that with her, it was like an unbelievable feeling.
Erin was really anxious, but we all knew she was capable of doing it. We all knew that she was able to do it. She was going to do it. It's just a matter of when and how. And I think like all the fans coming in, making it a little bigger moment type thing, like all the love just kind of amped everyone up and like got us going.
Everyone was definitely so nervous before the game, and like during the game she couldn't make like a shot for the first quarter, and she was just kind of freaking out. And I was like, just kind of let it come to you, because like Erin makes it almost every shot she takes, so it's not anything new. And I think it's just her thinking of it. And once we got that final pass and that final shot, it was like relief came off of her and us, and we were just ready to like play a new ball game once that kind of went up.
She's always a little amped up and, you know, anxious for every game. It doesn't really matter who it is. It's just the way she is. So yeah, I mean, she was obviously a little more amped up and you know, excited than she usually is. And you could just tell that everybody else, it was, you know, you try to tell the kids, listen, just do what we do, and that stuff will happen in the ordinary course. But, you know, you could say that, and then the reality of that's never really the same thing. So, you know, as much as we tried to keep things as regular and normal as possible, that was just not a normal day. And I think a real testament to how fond everybody is of Erin, all of her teammates, and how much respect she has up and down the program, that, you know, a lot of that excitement was just that they wanted so much for her to get there. And I think you could kind of feel that early in the game, and everybody was just maybe a little too amped up. And, you know, once we settled down and you know, settled in, we were fine. Experience for everybody to go through, and yeah, there was just a little bit of an extra energy and you know, kind of excitement that was all through the gym. And I was getting a kick out of it. There was a kid, he was in my sight line, so right across in the student section there was a kid that, you know, had a number 6 and a number 5 and a 4. He was kind of counting down in a big huge poster board, so hard not to know what was going on, you know, unless you just kind of moved to town last week and decided to come to a basketball game. So.
I knew that not every shot's gonna fall, and especially in a game like that when there's something so big at the end. So you just had to calm down, and it would eventually come.
Like pretty cool, like especially like for her, like every shot, like her first like 4 or 5 shots, she'd miss, and the entire crowd was just like you could just feel like everybody wanted it to happen for her, and everyone was like really proud of her. So when she did it, it was cool.
I told the kids after the game and the parents and so forth that we've been really fortunate to have a lot of great experiences and moments in our home gym over the 4.5 years that we've been here. But that was a unique one. If you had told me 3 years ago that we were going to have a 1,000-point score in the system that in our program and with what we emphasize and how many kids we play and so forth, I'd have told you I thought that was going to be tough. So
great, especially since I've been surrounded by some of these girls for a long time. Like me, Hannah, and Addie have been together since 4th grade, and then Aria and like all the freshmen who like Brenna, we've been together, and then her sister, so we've known them for a while. So it was really great to just have everyone be so excited for me, and it was nice to be surrounded by all my friends.
For me, it was like unbelievable. I know for the rest of the team, it was crazy. But like again, like she's been my best friend for 8 years. So watching that and experiencing that with her was probably one of the best feelings I've had. It was probably equal to the state championship titles.
I said to the parents, and I think it's worth saying again that, because I think it's really indicative of the group and why it's a group achievement. So, you look at a lot of NBA games now, and it's all isolation basketball. And as great a player, obviously, as James Harden is, it's isolation, create for yourself, and so forth. And I said to the group in the gathering we had afterwards that, if you look at Erin's year this year, she had 77 made baskets coming into that game against Mercy. 80% of those baskets had an assist associated with it. And there were 10 different individual kids that had at least one assist on those 77 baskets. And to me, that says everything, not only about her and our kids, but what we try to emphasize in the program and really try to make sure everybody understands that it's about the team. And we ask our kids, Erin, all of them, to make big sacrifices, for the good of the team and the program. And what I think is so special about the kids we have here is that they all really embrace that. They want to be part of something that's bigger than themselves, and that's just such a great environment to coach in. So, kudos to them for buying into that.
After to have that out of the way and just be able to play normal, not having to, this one's it's gonna go in, this is gonna be the 1,000-point, having just like calm down, everyone else in the fans calm down too, and just be able to play a normal game.
we haven't played our best basketball yet. Like, I think our full 32 minutes, we haven't played our best game yet. So I think with the win on Saturday against Mercy, it's really like pushing us towards where we want to be. And I think once we get there, it's going to be a crazy feeling for all of us.